you don't know yet what the function will be. And in order to instrument it, you have to know the function. So this is still unsolved, but maybe then they can come up with something in the future. So what we have been thinking about is a new approach that's based on JavaScript sandboxing techniques. So what we would like to do is something like executing untrusted JavaScript in a monitored environment. And if we do not see a security violation, then the effects become visible. Otherwise, we want to prevent them or terminate the script altogether. And how to implement that? We would instrument the open source WebKit JavaScript engine that's used, for example, in the Safari web browser and in other open source web browsers. So when we detect an external script, the monitoring is enabled, and the interpreter intercepts events, and finally it will check whether malicious behavior has been found or not. And then we could prevent the violations or stop the script altogether. So right now, we do not plan to have a complete information flow control mechanism, but more a conservative approximation. But this could be extended to a complete information flow control mechanism. In our group, we have previously analyzed the dynamics of JavaScript, of realistic websites out in the wild. They had analyzed the top 100 sites that were coming up. So we know how JavaScript behaves in practice. And we have also analyzed the interactions between components of mashup pages. So we have found that sometimes the host page will create data that is actually used by an advertisement. So sometimes the advertisement should be allowed to read or modify something that's coming from the host. That's intentional. So we would need to have a specification mechanism for allowed information flow. Okay, this lets me come to my end. I have presented today security mechanisms for JavaScript. I have shown that security for JavaScript is an issue in the wild and that filtering does not solve the problem. Currently, there is no silver bullet to JavaScript security. But we have seen that with good software engineering standards, you can prevent cross-site scripting and CSRF attacks. But most current applications propose browser-integrated sandboxing for external code. And this seems to be a promising approach for the future. Thank you very much. Any questions? Yes.
Can you tell us how, or any possible ways by which we can prevent double URL encoding cross-site scriptings, basically?
Can you please repeat? I didn't understand the question.
Can you explain any ways by which we can, or do you know of any methods by which we can filter cross-site scripting which involves URL encoding, especially double URL encoding, wherein you encode already URL encoded input once more, so that some web servers don't detect it, so it escapes sanitization, basically.
Right. So as I said, there's all kinds of obfuscation methods for cross-site scriptings, and this is probably one of them. So you can encode HTML in various encodings, and currently I'm not sure if there's techniques out there that detect these encodings. I'm not aware of that. Maybe there is. I don't know. More questions? Okay, then thank you again for coming.